This TikTok influencer gifted a home to someone in need.
And I'm here to tell you that the house is yours.
There's no way.
Yes.
But somehow it ended up like this. Her name is Demi Skipper. Back in 2022, she used the trading up method to acquire this house for completely free. But instead of keeping it, she decided to refurbish it and then give it away to someone. And then she took it back. Or did she? This was one of the more shocking things to come out of TikTok in recent years, so I wanted to unpack it, go over it, and figure out who's the and who's the. But real quick, before we start, since May is Mental Health Awareness Month, I wanted to do something really special before we move into June. I'm donating all the proceeds to this new shirt to the Trevor Project, which is a nonprofit for crisis intervention and suicide prevention for members of the LGBTQ+ community. My girlfriend Kendra's brother is my full-time employee, and he's also a member of the trans community, and he actually designed this shirt that you see on screen right now. I'm a big metalhead. It's pretty much all I listen to. And Respect is actually, in fact, metal. It feels very on brand for what we do here. So if you want to support a very important cause, head to dustinpoynter.com. Moving on. So there's a bartering concept called trading up, which if you're not familiar, this is how it works. You basically start with something really small and insignificant, like a thumbtack or something. And then you trade it for something that's just a little bit better, for maybe like a pencil. And then you trade that pencil for something just a little bit better than that. And you keep doing this process until you eventually end up with something really crazy. This started back in 2005 with this guy named Kyle McDonald. He started with just a red paper clip. And then over the span of a year and 14 trades, he ended up with a house. And Demi wanted to revitalize this concept and put her own spin on it. She wanted to give away the house to someone in need.
Oh yeah, my sister in Christ!
So she started it up with just a single bobby pin, called it the Trade Me Project, and then just over the span of a year plus, posted several videos of her progress and everything to all of her social media channels. And then over 18 months and 28 trades, she finally landed with the house from just a bobby pin. But there's a big problem with the house. It was pretty much falling apart. Not only were there a lot of structural issues with the place, it was also just really old looking. It looked like it had just woken up from a nap and was like, oh, how long have I been out? 34 years. What? It's not 1991 anymore? No, completely different century. So Demi and her husband went even further and said, you know what? We're gonna completely renovate this entire thing.
Oh, you little house flippers are making my heart flip.
So they did, and they absolutely crushed it. It went from looking like this to this. Not only did they improve the structure, they improved everything. They got a new roof, they got new appliances, new furniture, new mattresses. They updated the siding of the house. They even got like an outdoor backyard grilling patio. And this was all just to give to somebody in need. So they put the message out there that they were done, and they started taking applications, and they received over 2,000 submissions from people saying that they basically needed help. Demi and her husband decided to pick one person because she stood out above everybody else. Her name was Shay. She is 19 years old, from Pennsylvania, and many people would wonder, why would you give a house to a 19-year-old? Why would? Well, when you hear her story, it makes sense. Shay explained that her mother passed away in a car accident when she was just 2 years old, and then she and her siblings moved in with just her dad, and he, unfortunately, got cancer a few years later, and then became very, very depressed, and unfortunately killed himself. And then she moved in with her grandparents, and then her grandpa died. And then her grandma got pneumonia and got very, very sick and had to go live inside the hospital for a while. So then her uncle moved in, and he was very abusive. He was an alcoholic. And when her grandmother came back, she just wasn't quite the same person. And it was just a whole mess. Her whole childhood was completely screwed up. And she basically just didn't have a childhood. And she didn't really ever have a place to call home. At this point, Shay could not mentally handle it anymore. So she was already 18, so she decided she was going to move in with her friend. And at the time of her submitting this application, that's where she was living. So Demi and her husband decided that they were going to give her this house, and it wasn't going to come with any mortgage, no rent, no monthly bills of any kind. Basically, quite literally free, with no strings attached or anything. It was all covered by them.
Hello.
Hi, is this Shay?
Yes, it is.
This is Demi from Trade Me Project. How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Oh, great. Did you, by chance, get a package that I mailed?
Oh, I'm about to do some snot bubble sobbing and SBS, if you will.
Hi! Oh, we're here! Hi! We came all the way here because I felt like I wanted to see you in person, and I'm here to tell you that the house is yours.
There's no way.
Yes, it's yours.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Oh my god. Thank you so much.
Oh my god, can I give you a hug?
Yes.
Oh, I'm in a fit of weep.
And it didn't stop there. Demi attended Shay's graduation. She helped her and her boyfriend and his mother move into the home. She even set up like an Amazon wish list so her followers could donate essential household items and deliver them directly to her address. And they even gave her a $10,000 check so that she could get her new life started in Tennessee.
I'm sorry, what? There's no way. Oh my gosh. This is crazy.
Unfortunately, this was the last happy moment from this story.
Oh, I just made booger bubbles for nothing.
So Shay, her boyfriend, and his mother got moved in finally and settled, and some time passed, and then Demi got this message from Shay's neighbor. I know you don't know me. I live across the street on Daniel Street. Reason for the message, a lot of packages is outside the house getting wet. Oh, Sherry, thank you so much. Maybe you could put them in the backyard under the stairs. Demi immediately messaged Shay and asked her about it. When do you get back to Clarksville? Somebody just Facebook messaged me and said there are so many packages outside, haha. Oh my gosh, I'm not sure how I missed this text. Well, I'm trying to get back to Clarksville right now, actually, haha, but I can't find a flight. No worries at all. I had someone bring up the packages and we'll bring them back when you get back. So Shay was back in Pennsylvania visiting for a few days, no problem, right? Well, a week later, Demi still hadn't heard anything, and the packages still weren't picked up. So she reached out. Okay, are you back now? I'll have the lady drop them off. Also, could you take some good pictures of the rugs in the house? The rug company wants to use some. No response. And then she came back and said, hi, will you be home today if the lady drops off the packages? Sorry for the late reply, so I won't be home till late tonight, but I might be good for her to drop them off tomorrow. Also, I will send pictures of rugs tonight as soon as I get home. If I can't get any good ones, I bet in the morning when it's light outside, they will look nice. Despite Shay saying that she was coming home that night on August 9th and she was going to take pictures of the rugs and everything, Demi once again didn't hear anything. So 3 more days went by, so she messaged again. Hi, you home if this lady drops off the packages? Hi, sorry I didn't answer. I only have Wi-Fi sometimes, but tomorrow should be good. Just let me know what time. Hey, no worries. Are you home now? A lot of haze. And again, no response.
I don't mean to step on any toes here, but something's afoot.
For the next 2 months, this just kept happening. Demi would reach out and wouldn't hear response sometimes, and then sometimes she would just hear every excuse in the book as to why she wasn't back yet. And Demi reached out again and asked what she wanted to do about the packages, and then never got an actual answer, so she just decided to donate them to Goodwill. And then in October, she found her on Facebook and flat out asked her point blank. So I'm wondering if you think you'll ever move into the house. I've been managing the lawn, the mail, etc., but I've been thinking that if in the next few months you don't see that you'll use it, I might try to let someone else move in who will really love it. Let me know what you think, but I'd just really love to change someone's life that would love it and live there. I mean, I definitely plan on moving. I know this is all a confusing mess. I'm really trying. I really am. So, I booked a flight and then I don't even know what happened. I just chickened out and canceled it last minute because I was scared and tried to prolong it a little more. I'm trying to get my license. Honestly, that's why I fear moving. I didn't take it into consideration that I still have to take buses or take Ubers every single day. So I just kept going, and then it moved into this message about her dog. He loves it there, and so do I. So I know it may not seem like it, but you truly did not only change one girl's life, but you also changed a dog's life. And one day I want to do the same for another person, passing down the house to somebody who really needs it. So yeah, I'm truly sorry for avoiding this question because I'm just so scared and currently creating a plan. And I really hope what all I said makes sense to you and that you understand. Oh my gosh, I totally get it. Well, that sounds reasonable. Either way, I'm so proud of you and know you'll figure it all out. In the meantime, I don't mind just managing anything that comes up. I have the lawn cut for the next year, etc., so don't worry. I just want to make sure you're all okay and if you need anything at all. Despite Demi's continued patience and understanding, 14 months went by with no updates, no responses, nothing.
I'm so nervous I could poop through a pasta strainer.
And at this point, Demi and her husband were very concerned about the house. They lived out of state, so they hadn't been there in quite a while, so they had to drive all the way into Tennessee to check on the house. And what they found was much worse than they thought. Urine stains on the floor, trash shoved into closets, the kitchen was a mess, and the fridge was full of rotten food.
Oh, Shay! What is Shay short for? Shame?
There wasn't just damage from neglect. There was intentional damage as well. Things that required a lot of money to make repairs. And it was just completely screwed and uninhabitable.
I'm like actually so sad for her. Like so sad for the house and the journey and like I just like don't know who to be sadder for. This is so fucking stupid.
So now it's time to confront Shay and hopefully get some answers. Immediately after discovering the house and seeing that the place looked like a house from The Hills Have Eyes, she messaged her. Hi, I stopped by the house today and was really shocked by the condition. An hour later, no response. I'm not sure if you're going to reply, but I'm pretty devastated. If I don't hear from you, I'm going to assume that due to the property damage, health, safety violations in the house, you understand you will no longer have access to the property or anything in it, and the house will remain in my name as my property. And she actually heard back. The entire apology isn't fully available for some reason, but I'll show you what's available here. Something, window being opened. I am 19 and lost and confused about being an adult, and I don't know what I'm doing about anything right now, and I didn't know what to do. I'm sorry about everything. Thanks for the reply. I'm just sad that this is the state you left it in. I'm very upset and disappointed in myself as well. So Demi reclaimed the house due to the amount of damage that was there, and Shay accepted with no resistance at all. And then 2 weeks go by, and Shay revealed that she is a witch.
Double, girl, you are in trouble!
At the time when Shay posted this, Demi had said nothing about what was actually going on. She stayed completely silent to protect Shay. She didn't want anything bad coming out about Shay, but then Shay posted this video, and then Demi started getting just an insane amount of negative comments and hate and horrible messages, and it really just left her no choice but to expose Shay for what was actually going on. And that's when we saw the text that we just saw. We still don't have a lot of questions answered. We still don't know if this is all because of Shay. Is it because of the boyfriend or the mother? Because she privated her accounts, so we never got answers beyond this. Was Shay as cruel and as heinous as she seemed to be, or is somebody else controlling her in her life? Is she still in an abusive situation, or was she just an irresponsible kid that screwed up? We don't really know. But what we do know is someone in Shay's camp is a whole lot meaner than they seem. And I think this story is just a classic example of somebody's kindness being taken advantage of. There are certain people out there who see green flag folks and their acts of service and their patience and their just generosity as something to take advantage of. And I think that's what happened here. But I don't think that it should stop you from being kind to others and continuing to give and doing this, because I think eventually you're going to inspire and motivate the right people. It will always end up doing more good than not. Now here's a green flag story that didn't turn out to be shitty at all. In fact, it was way better than anybody ever expected. This is a story about a YouTuber and how one comment completely changed his entire life. All right, that's my time. Toodles.